Hello and welcome to The Sims 4 Let's Build. In this series we are going to focus on filling up Newcrest. I got several ideas and I would like to show them to you guys on how to build them and how to achieve certain things. And thus in this series I will also show you certain tricks and tips, like for example how to get certain roofs done, how to do certain staircases, and more like that, just so you can make your builds more lively and stuff. And yeah, I like how it turned out, this build, and I'm really pleased with it. It's a really small house, but it's really good. Now anyway, let's start. I start off with the basic platform like usual, and I decided to go with like a certain foundation with it, so it looks not too high but still not too flat on the ground either. So it gives like a nice effect because I want to go for a porch, because I like porches. As you can see here, I'm putting down the stairs, and I went for like a corner effect, as I really like that, and it looks really, really peaceful and relaxing. And in my mind it looks really zen, and sorry I mentioned that, but yeah, I really like that. Now, I'm pretty pleased about the driveway as well. It really looks like a driveway, and I like it. I just love the way it looks. I also love how the plants look in The Sims 4. They just make your builds more lively, and they add more action to your build, and they fill up like the big open green spaces you got sometimes. And as you can see, I went with like small flower-like bushes on the front and side, and I'm going for like these like slight fern-like bushes on the side of the driveway to lead into the house, which I really like actually. Now, as you can see, I'm extending the porch like all the way to the back, because it allows you to have like a nice open area and feel really peaceful about it, Now I'm gonna head into the fences, and as you can see, I first went with like a modern fence with the glass and steel like supports on it, but eventually I didn't really like how it turned out, and yeah, I'm gonna change my mind about that later, you will see. Now, there was something I wanted to try out later as well, but you will see after I put down these plans. Like, I wanted to try some new technique, which is by scaling up like glass tables and put them around as like a roof, but yeah, they didn't really turn out well, and you will notice that. Like, here you can see I'm gonna try it. Like, I start out with like scaling it up and placing them next to each other, and here you can see how I filled up the entire porch almost with them. And yeah, I wasn't really pleased with it, but I stuck for it for a bit. As you can see, I chose for a wooden floor on the porch with like a nice wooden finish around the edge, because I really love the wooden colors in The Sims. They really make it look warm and homely actually. And here you can see I changed my mind about the fences eventually. I went with like a light wooden color fence, and it basically reminds me of like a cottage house, like a nice country style of house, and I really love it. Now, as you can see, I'm gonna put up the walls now of the house, and you will see what I mean with the tables not really working out well, as they really didn't come out well. And yeah, as you can see, I'm looking around and I'm like, no, this is not gonna work. So I decided to just get rid of them and just go with something else. And yeah, as you can see, I'm going to do the door now, as I wanted to map out where the entrance was gonna be, so I have a better overview, as I got a really cool build in my mind. And as you can see, it's coming along nicely, slowly. You can see I'm using the windows of the spa day, and I really love those windows. They look amazing. They got like a nice tint to them, and they look really modern but still like really relaxing and really peaceful. They look zen. I think that's why they use them, because yeah, spa is all about zen, isn't it? Now here you can see I'm doing a simple roof. I mean, nothing too fancy about it, but it doesn't always have to be fancy. Especially not if you're going to add some more fancy stuff around it. You want to have a nice mixture around between like fancy and like more classic stuff as well, because it really makes your build come to life. As you can see, I'm adding like an overhaul, like a cover roof, if that's what it's called. It's like a cover roof for the porch, so you can sit under it when it's a rainy day. I know it doesn't rain in The Sims, but I like to think about it, you know. Now, this is something silly I tried to do. I tried to make like a foundation for the pillars, but you're gonna see that it's not gonna work out, and I'm gonna get rid of that. So yeah, it even got rid of my bushes, but anyway, give me the chance to add some more bushes to the corners. But anyway, here you can see I'm choosing the pillars, and I went for these square pillars as they look really cool, I think. And they went well with the house in general. So yeah. So I decided to map out the pillars evenly, so it looks like as if they give enough support. And here you can see the final like pillars spreading out, and I got rid of the foundation there for the pillar because it didn't work out. Now here you can see the trim of the roof I used, but don't worry, I'm gonna change that. Here you can see like a nice trick. This trick allows you to make holes in the roof. You basically just put 4 walls around it, and you just delete the inner floor in the middle of it, and then you just delete the walls, and you are left with an open roof, and it's really cool. And this is eventually what I ended up with. I went with like a really slim edge on the roof, together with like the fence, like a really low dark colored fence around it, and it really looks cool, I think. Also for the walls outside I went with like wooden paneling, as they look really cool on this house, and I really love it. Now I'm gonna move on the outside of the walls now and put some more doors and windows around it, and you will see I'm gonna change the front door as well, as I didn't really feel like it was fitting well, and I didn't find the first door in the first place, but eventually I realized that the door was there, and yeah, it looks much better now. Now I'm gonna use most of the same windows across the entire build, except for certain part, but you will see that in the later of the video. Now as you can see, these are the side windows, and I know I put like 2 double doors there, but I like the idea that you can go on the porch from the living area and the bedroom, because imagine if you wake up and you can just stretch out on the porch and enjoy the sunshine. And you can see I chose for like 3 small windows and like a longer one for the kitchen area, as I really love the effect. Now here I'm mapping out like the inner walls to divide these several areas, and I loved how it turned out. It looks small, but it's still spacious, trust me. It really looks spacious. You can see this is like a nice storage area, and this is like a small hallway that leads to the bedroom, closet area, storage and bathroom eventually. And I really like how it turned out. And this is like, I like the glass door, sorry, my mistake. I like the glass doors, and they just give like an open feel to your area. And yeah, I forgot to map out the closet, and yeah, there I fixed myself, so yeah. And I went with all glass doors except for the storage area, which I decided to go for like an open arc, just to make it more open and, you know, just make it more spacious actually. Because that's important in small builds, to make your homes look spacious. And this is the final build, and I'm really pleased with it. And thank you for watching, guys, and in the next video we are going to focus on the interiors. See you guys!